Yes, welcome everyone. Another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. And today we are coming to you from the Tokyo neighborhood of Ikebukuro, one that I know fairly well. And I just really enjoy coming to these Instagrams here and looking at these neighborhoods through the I guess even through the lens of people's camera lens or phone lenses through stuff. And there's so much to look at here. These are something that I did. There's a dance studio here in Ikebukuro right here, where there's young girls here doing a groovy little dance here in Ikebukuro. I love it. And I came here to the donut picture, and I just couldn't help but think of like the I just these are actually like racks for like letting the grease and the sugar like drain off these donuts. So these and it looks to be like these donuts are actually made here in this store. Uh, I always go by this sort of Tim Hortons, and I never go to Tim Hortons here in Canada. But beside the Tim Hortons is this big semi truck all the time. It's parked there. So I can't help but think that all the donuts they're selling there and all the products that they're selling there at the Tim Hortons are these just commercially produced or factory? The word I'm looking for is these like factory produced products that are basically shit. I mean, these donuts are no good for you either, but at least they're made on site. So I just love that when I'm looking here at the Instagram like that. There's some other things I saw here. All kinds of Ikebukuro is such a great. There's looks to be like there's a hotel, so you know that Ikebukuro there has some economic pressure on it because of there's tourism in the area. You can see here that it's still a great shopping center and lifestyle center for the Tokyo community of people there. I came to this one here because there was one sultry girl here. I look at the picture of the sultry girl, so you could tell that there's some nightlife and some desire still for people to be beautiful, enjoy the city. And then there was this sort of pure woman girl right here. But then when I went through her pictures right here, there's so much other things that you can see here, and in the background, what you're seeing here is really close to Ikebukuro Station right there, and you can see the redevelopment that's happened here in the last 10 years of the areas that are close to Ikebukuro Station, which really makes says to you or us as real estate investors, when we get close to these big stations, there's just so much economic value. Because of things like this here, they see right there, this Ikebukuro station right here, and there's a hotel above here, and you can see there's still a demand for office space and office towers here in the background like that. Maybe we could, I think that was it there for the photos on that one there. But there's so much we can glean from looking at this, even this small little. So you can see beautiful girls want to live in this neighborhood right there. Uh, here, this is really the streets near Ikebukuro Station right there. You can see that the transportation systems there are strong. So much that we can glean from these little pictures. It just really amazes me. Here's a really like a cityscape picture here in Ikebukuro that is really neat. What does it say here? Ikebukuro Tokyo Metropolitan Plaza Hotel. So yeah, it's still a really huge hub in Tokyo. I would say on the Yamanote line has so many great stations on it, of course. Just so many great ones. But yeah, and Ikebukuro is one of them, and it's on the north side of the city. Anyhow, we'll look at a few more pictures here. You can see that there's a great food culture here in this area of the city as well, too. And it's really not that expensive. However, the real estate values in this area are definitely going up. But I did find one really good sample, and I have a new word for the channel, and I'm going to call them Trojan horses. And I'll mention why. I thought, look at this nice little crafts that are happening, the detail in the crafts. And I just love it. It's beautiful to look at. And so many. Oh, looks like a gyukatsu. Oh, she. This is kind of beef fried. It's known as gyukatsu right there, and it's done. This is basically perfect. It's done perfectly with the rare meat and the breaded katsu on the edge. Oh my God, that's to die for. And that looks like it's from Parco. So there's probably some restaurant in Parco that's doing it right there. Basically, that's cooked basically perfectly. What else? Is there anything we can glean from it? It looks like a fun little dance group took a picture here in Ikebukuro here. Kadokawa Dreams. Yeah, it looks to be like a young person's dance group right there. So, so much to enjoy here in the Instagram when looking at all these pictures. What is this sort of Sunday? Isn't that beautiful? I would never eat this, but like oh, my daughter would like that. But yeah, isn't that great? It's just wonderful, and that looks to be at some sort of Japanese cafe. Anyhow, we'll cut here to the chase. Sorry, I like the pictures, but there's lots we can learn. And actually, I think it's a decent resource for you people that are in sort of real estate investors to use the you can put in a location like this and come to these pictures and start to look at them in detail for things that you can glean from neighborhood. Looks to be a Chinese restaurant here in the neighborhood, like open 24 hours a day in Ikebukuro, right? And then you can see like look how organized Tokyo is. You can see it's a very busy restaurant, and they're stacking their containers neatly on the street outside their business right there. So and it's open at night, and there's a pretty girl walking by. So there's so much that you can glean from it all. So this tells you that there's a lot of economic vibrance here in this neighborhood and everything like that. So I just love it. Oh, ooh, that looks like some Skay Man. As you know, on this channel, we like to stop on beautiful. This is Skay Man, I think, right there, like a probably a miso Skay Man. Oh, I see now. Okay, but let's cut here to the first sort of map, and this is sort of a broad map here. This is the one sort of main house that we're going to look here, which is Nakai Station, which is on the Seibu Shinjuku line, but it's also on the Uedo subway line, so it's really well located. This is Ikebukuro Station right here. So this looks to be a couple of kilometers away, but when we look inside like the Instagram here, excuse me, the Yamanote line, notice that inside here, okay, is mostly red dots, and anything in these red dots are going to go from. Uh, this is Sanoku, so that's $3 million. It's not 3 million US dollars, okay, but it is $3 million in the Japanese sense of the word. So it's a 239-meter house, 5 LDK for and in a place called Shiroyama for $3 million. Okay, this is I'm just picking these randomly. Here's another one, 136 meters. This is Nioku. 980 or $2.1 million in the Japanese sense of the word. We'll come down here to, let's get one that's really close here to Ikebukuro Station right there. Okay, what's this one going to be? Uh, this one is 87 meters for 1.4 million, and I guess that listing is just doubling up there with different agencies. This is right near Ikebukuro Station. These, of course, are detached houses, and this 130-meter 3 LDK is going for ni okuman, and you'd say in Japanese. However, we are not gonna go that far up market. What we're trying to do in this channel is get you near these red dots. When these red dots are these red pills, as I call them. These red pills indicate demand. So we can get like a blue one, like the one we're going to look at right here. This blue one right here. We can get these sort of blue dots in these great neighborhoods that are full of red pill. Okay, and the red pill, you might not like the red pill, but what the red pill is a hint for us is it's going to indicate demand. Now, there was a couple of other listings just up here in the just north of Ikebukuro Station. I will not forget to share the tab, and I'm going to call these Trojan horses because they're decently priced houses. This is Nisen 780 okay, for this house right here, okay, right here on a corner lot. But this is on rented land. So any of the deals here that I'm scanning for people, uh, this is it's not a nice house. It's not, but it's not. It's just what we'd call what medium or like medium poor, not poor, but like on the way down to poor, and that's how it's being priced. However, when we get into the details of this listing down here, you can see that it sits on rented land. So I speculate there's a lot of stuff in the cheaper sort of brackets of the market here, and it's on rented land. Was this owned previously by a samurai family, and they just didn't want to, for example, let go of the possession of this land? Yeah, so we're not going to get involved in any of this kind of stuff because it's not. You have no liquidability, and you do. This will eventually sell to someone, right? But we know that when people want to buy Japanese investors, the Japanese family also want to buy uh, properties where they own that domain of the land. That's what they want. So if you want liquidability, or as I call U-turnability, it must be show you can. And this is again a Trojan horse. The next one in the sample right here is another sample of a Trojan horse. Okay, I'm going to call these Trojan horses. They come up on the listing as these blue and little like near blue colder dots. This one is Isen 1. Okay, but when we know we see it that low in a great area, we know that it likely could be a Trojan horse because these are on rented land right there. And but certainly not too bad. You could live it there the rest of your life, and perhaps you could even uh, renegotiate the lease at one point too. But like right there, you have to redo this toilet unless you prefer to have like a washiki or a Japanese style toilet. You That's what that one is. How those work, if you didn't know, underneath here is what's known as a washiki toilet, and this is simply a toilet seat or implement that just fits over top of it. Actually, it's not a bad system. It's not a bad system. I had an apartment in the early 1990s that had that right there, and it was basically no different than a toilet. So, yeah, but this is a Trojan horse in a really good location, but we don't really want to be involved with anything like that. We can just come down here to the details of the listing right here, and you'll see right here that this here kanji indicates that it's on rented land. So why do we want to be involved with this? We don't want to be involved with this. We want to be disciplined buyers, and we can find better samples in the marketplace, which the Tokyo real estate man has found you today, because that's my job. Anyway, this is the listing that we're going to look at. I'm not going to forget to share the tab, which I did. I'm doing a pretty good job lately about it. And this listing right here is a house for 1,780 man, or use man. I keep saying man, man. Hey man, Isen Nanahyoku Hachiju man, you'd say like that. And this is the house right here, and I think it's pretty good. This is a picture of it right here, and it's really neat because it's a 44-meter house, but it sits on 57 meters of land. And I was kind of studying it. It's kind of looks like this room is kind of beaten down, but don't forget you could actually have it all re-wallpapered freshly for probably around 40 mon or $4,000, I think. So any of this stuff that looks really old and ratty, it's not very hard to update. And I would just live with this tatami right now, but you could update the tatami. You could stick another $10,000 in this house and have it actually just really nice, I think. There could be something wrong that I don't, that I can't glean from these pictures. There is the laundry system was there, which is put in this little closet area, it looks like. Tile with a straight unit bath, man. This is great. You would need not, if as long as you keep this clean, there's nothing you need to do. I would say that you need to basically redo the wallpaper. This is basically just a basic kitchen right now. But this is a kitchen that's from the like the early 1980s right there, and this is definitely on toshi gas, and this is the stove system right here, right there. So this house is great, and then you could renew this toilet, but why? Just leave it. It's fine, this toilet right there. I don't think you need to make this house cool. I think that you could just make this house just a little bit nicer. But if you did make it a little cooler and stuff like that, because it's in a really great neighborhood, and I did get here onto the Google Maps area of where it is, and it sits in a really good area. Come down here to the information about the station right there, and it's basically from the Tokyo Metro Ochiai station right there. It's 7 minutes, and then from Nakai station on the Seibu Shinjuku line, it's 10 minutes, and then from the Oedo line. Nakai Station, it's 8 minutes. Great location. Now, I've said that this is Ikebukuro, and it certainly in some ways is located near Ikebukuro. But given that it's on the Seibu Shinjuku line, it also faces Shinjuku very conveniently as well. Okay, price 1,780 man, or sen, isen 780 man. It's a great deal. It's a great price. Um, I guess it's electrical. There's gas coming into the apartment, and the sewer, and there's water coming in. This is the word for geisido, which is again for sewer. This is josuido, which is water coming in. This is toshi gas, which is the natural gas systems. Okay. And that, of course, is electrical right there. All systems in the house are working. As I mentioned previously, what's really nice about this house is it sits on 57 meters of land, and it is on 44 meters of internal space in the building. So you actually have I think the bottom end of the house was a little bit bigger than the top end, but you have some land that outside that you could use to enjoy your life. And of course, here's the important part: why this is not a Trojan horse. This is show you can. It's presently, I think, on IKEA. It's basically, it's just a vacant house, which is the word what IKEA means. I keep bringing it up on this channel. Anyhow, I wanted to come back here to the one picture. I was a little remiss and I didn't look at the lot. And I want you here to look at this one sort of picture right here. This is the first floor, and you can see there's some generous sort of here the house is captured itself. Okay, so there's no driveway with no parking, but there's a little pseudo. That's a new word for you. Pseudo. Pseudo is like kind of little path that you can walk down from here. And it looks like you could keep a motorcycle there, or you could keep an electronic bicycle there, and here you could even have a little garden outside here or here on the other side of it. I think you very much enjoy this house very well. Now, other things that are look at in this listing is its placement. And I actually did find a listing right there, but this is the actual placement. When I'll have to go up a little higher here. I'll go up a little higher. I'll have to minus by going up higher, not plussing. Okay, and you see, I go up one more. This is just Shinjuku here, basically down here to the south, and then up here to the north, you'll see that it's Ikebukuro. So it's actually placed very well. And strategically, you have three stations: Ochiai Station right there, Nakai Station right there, and Nakai Station right here, which is the Uedo subway line. So this very well placed. But again, it's also really well placed for an electric bike or a bicycle, either to go to Ikebukuro or to Shinjuku. If we were to put on supermarkets, there's going to be supermarkets everywhere here in the area. You would want for nothing. There's a really great population of people, and this is a really great environment to own a single family or detached house in Tokyo. No question about it. Convenience is going to be convenience stores like just basically everywhere. This map's going to fill up. There you go. So like, there's nothing that you wouldn't want for. We'll get rid of these right now, and I want to come into the particular area of the neighborhood because there's lots of things you can learn from an investment standpoint as well. And by the way, you don't always have to be like a money guy like me. I'm always trying to look on things from the money angle and stuff like that. Uh, this is kind of a no-brainer as well if you're not a money person because the numbers just work and the location is so good and the neighborhood quality is so good. I'm going to try to land us uh, right down here on this one street here. And I guess I did find the house again, which is just here in the back. But I wanted to come down this little lane that it's on right here so you can look at the great character of this neighborhood. Okay, who's living here? You can see that this is a family. You see that there's young person's bikes, okay? There's a motorcycle there, likely for, let's say, there's an older brother with the motorcycle. There could be like what's known as a Niseitai too, where the grandparents and the family are living together. This house looks to be built in the 1970s. You're going to see, remember, when you see a diversity of houses in a neighborhood, you can see that there's demand. So, oh, we'll just come down here. There's some really nice newer houses built here. This is some stuff built in the 80s, and that looks to be the 1980s. And then you can see that there's people are just look at the land use here. So people, this is one thing you're going to have to be very careful about in with this is your garbage. So and these rules in this neighborhood for garbage are going to be really strict. Okay, there's going to be someone here, right? There's going to be some sort of neurotic person in this neighborhood, right, who's going to be like looking at this garbage, and then not. I mean, you just have to be careful. You have to be careful about it. Now, on this day right here, there's likely some stickers here on this sofa, and the Sodai Gomi or the large scale garbage people are going to come and pick this up, and it's all been scheduled. And you would phone the ward office, for example, in Tokushima, in Shibuya, in one of my apartments right now. I want to get rid of a sofa, and then I have to phone the ward office to get that done. Hopefully, sometime in late February is my goal. Anyhow, that's there's a little things you can learn. We can do a garbage video on this one. You can see it's a nice car right there in this house right here. Just look at the beautiful land use. There's two cars there. Oh my God, to die for. And then you see a little apartment. So that was redeveloped into an apartment. And then you see, but it's basically full. This looks like a house that was built in the early 2000s. Come down the other way. There was one really spectacular house down this road here, and I'll try to change the direction of the camera so it's more effective for a little tour that we're doing here. These go to things that you can do here. We started to do this on the other channel and it's really effective way for looking at the neighborhood. This was the one house that I wanted to look at right here. This one. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Just look. I thought that was a house, but like looking at it again, I was like, it might be a very fancy house, or it might actually be an apartment building full of condominiums. So you see a lot of it, and that's indeed what it is. You see a lot of sort of mixed use, and you can see it. We just happen to be coming here on garbage day. You can see right here, like all the organized, how organized the city is, which I just love, especially coming from places like Vancouver, which are totally chaos and stuff like that. So it's been a really, perhaps a little bit cathartic, but it's been a very interesting exercise in my life too. I've lived in Vancouver for a second part of my life after 30 years in Tokyo. Of course, I'm still heavily involved in Tokyo. I'll be there next month, but it's just interesting to come here because I didn't know how good I had it, to put it that way. But my kids are doing well in school here, and now they speak English, so that was kind of really one of my goals. I wonder if that's the house. I finally found it. I wonder if that's the house back there. I wonder if I've actually founded Tokyo Real Estate Man. Sometimes I'm Google Maps challenged. Anyway, this is just a brilliant house in a brilliant uh, location. When we come back here to the larger picture, you can see the character of the neighborhood right there, which is basically top shelf. It's just really good. If you're coming from inside the Japanese market, I did a quick calculation here for a loan simulation for this, and I calculated it at the flat 35 first 5 year portion, which is run now 0.86%, which is absolutely the best in the world. I don't think you can get a loan for anywhere in the United States for less than maybe 6 or 7% right now. So this is basically giving you free money right now because we know inflation in Japan. I could have been exaggerating on the video I released earlier today, where I said it was at 8 or 9 or 10%. Let's say inflation in Japan is running at 6 or 7%, and you have a loan for 1%. You're just winning. Okay, you're just winning, and that's a flat 35 rate, so they can't up the rates on you, man. You're not under the thumb of the banks, or as I call the man. Okay. At this sort of rate with the down payment, I had that you have to put some money up. You're not going to be able to get a loan like this without a down payment. So if you can get scrape the money together from your savings or something together from your family, if you're from Japan and working in Japan, you can get this house and your mortgage payment is going to be san mongol sen yen or 35,000 yen or basically 340 uh, Canadian dollars a month. This is a no-brainer. I keep going through. I can't believe sometimes I do these because they're just such a no-brainer. Your savings portion on the of this kind of loan is 3 mon every month. Okay, your motokin. That's called motokin. That's yours. That means moto means like your fundamental. That's the same kanji for the word genki. If we say genki desu ka, that's the same. Like gain is your like vitality. Ki is your vitality, but like gain and moto, that's your fundamental. And then, so your fundamental, your savings portion alone every month to 3 months. So the drag on owning this house every month, okay, is 5,000 yen. It's an absolute financial no brainer. Okay. I hope I shared the tab. Yes, I did. Okay. As we, the last part that we could end on here, total price in US dollars for this calculated today is 115 basically $1,000. There's going to be other closing costs involved with this. But this is an absolute no-brainer, a winner. This is how you get ahead when you can live in Tokyo, okay, and finance at with a with a finance. Basically, your rent is 5,000 yen a month, $2, not less than $2 a day. That's how you get ahead. That's why these numbers in Tokyo work. That's why my red pill system of if you call it a system, come where there's lots of red pills and look for these blue dots. Look for the blue pill, okay, when it's near the red pills. This system works because you don't have to give all your money to the banks. It's proven. That's how come I can live in a Vancouver apartment, which I own outright, okay, and run a business in Tokyo because all my money didn't go to the banks. I was able to do other things with my money. Okay, anyways, another video here from the Tokyo Real Estate Man. I really enjoy to make this video here today. We could end here on some other. Ooh, that's a delicious looking picture as well. We could end on another some more pictures here of Ikebukuro. Very quickly. You can see it. There's so much stuff that we can learn and glean from. It looks like there was a wedding there. Again, beautiful women everywhere in Tokyo, handsome men everywhere in Tokyo. And I keep coming back, of course, to this food because, oh, that's my genki, my Vitality. That's where it comes from. So again, if you're interested in real estate, particularly in Tokyo, because that's what we do. I am the Tokyo real estate man. We're great in Tokyo. We're great in Yokohama. That's where we're the strongest. Contact me. You can come here to my Instagram here, Tokyo Real Estate Man website. Failing that, you can always come here to the website, which is called Tokyo Real Estate Man website. I just happen to love my title because it was cheap. No one wants the word dot. They all want .com. I want Tokyo Real Estate Man website. There's a contact box here, but as I say in a lot of the videos, I'm not convinced it's working, so I went old school. And you can always take my email, copy and paste it, and send me an email, and I'll get back to you. I hope this was useful. I have a few clients right now. They're looking for properties in Tokyo right now. I'm hoping this video was very useful for you. And I can tell you, for me, it's very useful because I really enjoy making them. And I'm really happy that all the people are able to watch some of these videos on the channel. Recently, the channel is ちょっと元気になってる and making me very happy. いつもこのチャンネルのを見てるとか、応援するとか、本当にありがとう。プラスコメント、マイナスコメントでも問題ない。まあ、それでこの動画はここでもう終わりです。ありがとうございます。以上です。